Where did you grow up, and did it affect who you became? Yes, of course it did. I mean, you're a product of your environment. I think that's nature.
Are you though?
Yes, 100%.
Even at a big age, you can't escape.
But it said where you grew up.
And how has that affected who you've become?
Because of
So
your
where
environment.
did you grow up?
What's up?
Hey, can they see that? Gang signs. I can't do gang signs. That thing. Now, hear me out though. Hear me out. And the reason why I'm going to try and back it up, not just with myself, but there's been times if, let's say, if a child is with like pack of wolves or like with monkeys, and they will become that because you are a product of your environment because they're growing up in that.
Mm-hmm.
Being an adult is different because obviously you've been set in certain ways. But yeah, I do think who you are, your environment does have an impact on that. Definitely, hugely.
But does it make you the person you are today?
Yes, 1,000,000%. Yeah, because
I'm going to go the other side. I'm going to say yes, it has a big influence on who you are today. But I don't think it makes me because life comes in the way, and I know certain decisions, right and wrong, yes and no. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know.
All right.
What I'm trying to say is that we didn't grow up in like London streets, and do you know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is, for an example, you know, you make decisions as you get older, you get wiser.
Yeah.
And that affects your decisions.
Correct.
You can't say I done X, Y, Z because I was born.
Yeah, to some degree.
In this environment,
but it makes you who you are in terms of it kind of sets that foundation for who you are.
So what would you say the environment you grew up in was?
I grew up in an environment where I had to learn that life is not fair.
Yeah.
You can't have everything that you want in life.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to deal with it. And you got to find ways around certain things.
Was that your environment or was that society?
Environment. Because if I was from a, let's say, family who had loads of money and was going to just give me loads of stuff and I was spoiled in many different ways.
But in a way, we were.
Technically,
our parents protected us from a lot growing up.
Protected us,
but
not spoiling us.
Oh no! But we were to an extent. There's people that are way worse.
Oh, but then we can talk. We can talk about that to what level? We can talk about people who are homeless, to people who have a tent.
Yeah.
So that's kind of irrelevant in that sense. I mean, in terms of if I was from a place, my environment was Sean says, I want a PlayStation 5. Sean gets a PlayStation 5. I want a God of War game. I get the God of War game. If Sean's from an environment where I would like a PlayStation 5, but you got to wait till your birthday and you might get lucky. And you may have to save yourself to contribute to that to get the game. It builds me differently. It will always build you differently because of that foundation. So when I do grow up, I've still got that foundation, knowing that you're not just going to get given stuff. You do have to put some work in to get what you want.
What about Ethan? We're coming to you.
Well,
and this is interesting because you've had a different.
Yeah, different. Yeah. From everyone else. I think like definitely your upbringing like has impact on your character.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe not on the decisions that you make in life, but your decisions are. Well, they come from what your character is, isn't it? So
exactly
the foundation.
I think, yeah.
You agree in that, Samuel? You're still like, nah.
Listen, I'm just trying to put another aspect in there because when you move away to a different area, there's so many little things that I don't think we appreciate nowadays that slightly change the way you think about things, life things when you have kids.
Yeah, it
will change the way Sim as a parent can't act like Sim that wasn't a parent can act. And is that I'm still from the same environment that I grew up in. I just now have
different
responsibilities, and I have to then look at things in a different way. Like when I take a flight, I'm not thinking about what if I don't make it home. But when you have kids, all of a sudden you think
about that.
What if happens? What if something happens to this flight?
Yeah,
My dad has a thing where none of us travel on the same flight. We all take different flights.
I respect that.
Because in case anything happens. But that can't be that decision and that.
Maybe that's parenthood though. Right?
That's what I mean. That comes from that's a different. It's not an environment. No,
yeah, do
but
you know what I'm
it's-
saying? It's an evolution in your life journey rather than it being like an environment that you grew up in and it had any kind of effect on you.
Yeah.
True, but she's now creating that for her
Her-
children. Do you know what I mean? The same way our parents created the culture environment we grew up in.
Yeah, which will be
Affect them as they grow,
in
yeah.
their foundation. It's
Yeah.
all a cycle. Anyways,
Yeah.
I've got a next question, man, because you lot got jokes. Anyways, this one I wrote down. And do you know what? This one, when I thought about it, I'm going to say it. And I think you might think about the exact same point that I was thinking about when I wrote this down. No pressure. So hear this out. Is the concept of cultural appropriation, and do you know what I mean by that, everyone? Yeah?
Mhm.
In case our viewers
Is
don't.
it always okay? I'll say the sentence and I explain it. So, is cultural appropriation always negative, or are there some instances where it can be acceptable? And now, what I'm going to say to people who don't know what I mean by that is this: Simi is from a different culture to what I'm from, and her wedding will be obviously a different kind of celebration and different songs and dressing and everything else. Me being a part of that, right, would have to obviously embrace that culture to some degree. So, what I'm saying about the question is, and just stripping that wedding part away because that's an easy way to explain it, but is the cultural appropriation a negative, or can it sometimes be a good
But
thing?
what is cultural appreciation for our viewers?
Me dressing up, I'm not going to say the wedding, me dressing up in a Mexican sombrero, is it sombrero?
Yeah.
Sombrero and a mustache, perhaps, which I can't grow.
Just in case
So
you
it
guys
have, to be,
didn't know.
it have to be a fake one. Just throwing that out there. Is that bad?
I think it's the context it's done in.
Mm.
I think if it's in the way that you said, like at a wedding, you're embracing it.
Mm.
You're embracing the culture. You're embracing the religion. You're embracing their way of doing things. If it's done in bad taste and to mock a culture or a religion, obviously it's not great.
But what if it's not done in bad taste?
And what if they're monetizing it?
Ooh, the monetize. I didn't think about the monetize.
Oh, Ethan, what do you think?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get advanced, man.
Oh.
Is that what you're doing? Yeah.
that what you're throw that over your side, man.
Oh my days.
Wow.
Is that what you're
Don't
doing?
put it on me. I get
Hey.
scared. What do you
Do
think?
you have any
I don't know.
ideas?
He's trying to figure it out. Straight back to
This
you.
is new to me, bro.
The one I see a lot, obviously, is I see on Twitter all the time about like cane rows and hairstyles and things like that. Yeah,
This is what I started. This is what I thought about the thing, by the way.
and I don't know. Sometimes I think it's context. Sometimes I see like these arguments on Twitter about who gets to come to the cookout, who gets to, are you allowed to dance like that? I'm like, is it that deep?
Mm.
Yeah.
Is it that deep? But then I guess to an extent, to some people, it might be if you're monetizing something that you don't own without giving the right appreciation or recommendation, whatever the word is,
Yeah.
gratitude to where it come from. I guess
Yeah.
if someone was doing, I don't know, a white person or Asian person doing box braids and monetizing it.
Mm.
They're good at it. They're good at it. They're making like, as long as they appreciate where the culture come from and whatever. Then for me, a lot of it I think is
Case by case.
I
Case
think,
by case in some ways.
I think how we grew up, we've come up in such a diverse kind of environment that I'm sure there's lots of things that I culture appropriate, like with certain things without even meaning to. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think case by case, and I don't think it's always good, and I don't think it's always bad.
Mm.
Good answer. And that's life most of the time, guys. There's always good and there's always bad.
Mm.
All right, next question. Fast and Curious kind of vibes. I need to remember this, is there a legitimate case for when torture is acceptable? Oh, Ethan,
Oh,
you
wait, wait.
you were humming, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a Sean.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna ask and why.
Yes.
Yes.
And why?
Yes. Look at my eyes.
I'm not like that.
Yes.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
One more time. Yes.
Hey, listen, if you're abusing children and you're doing all these things, listen, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
I'm sorry.
You deserve to be stabbed
So
up.
I'm gonna go back to the being serious. Is there ever like, and you can say when you may feel it may or may not be, like an appropriate time or a legitimate case for when torture is acceptable? All right, if you're gonna say yes, you
Run it
got
back.
you got
Run it
to
back.
explain
Run
why.
it back. I told you, if you're out here raping children and doing them abominations, then
Yeah.
you should get tortured, man. You should get tortured.
You might
Pedophiles, all
get
man.
cancelled.
I
for
don't
that.
care if you get cancelled.
Yeah,
I don't
to be
care
fair.
because
You
if
have
you're
to stand
cancelling
for
me,
something or you're
That's
falling.
what I like,
if you're
guys.
cancelling me, you're
Come on,
accepting
2024
that.
energy.
If you're cancelling me, you're accepting that raping children and abusing children is correct.
That's right.
Again,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I like that. I
Is there
love
a
that.
difference between?
What?
Ooh.
Go on.
I'm
Nah,
gonna
go
ask
on.
a question. Would you say it's the same thing if you were raping kids or just anyone?
I mean, anyone, but
Extra torture for the children.
Okay.
yeah. But I think there's also a fine line in terms of like some people lie in terms of, you know, if you're doing it to kids, like kids can't really defend themselves. Can't do like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're
Whereas,
helpless.
you know, there's been loads of cases where two people are drunk and things like that. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a grayer line when
Yeah.
you're
And
when
also
the
you hear
adults
so
do
many
that.
cases.
But again, if you're doing it, if you're just out here, yes, again.
Yeah. You hear, and I think the lines become blurred when you hear so many cases of people calling rape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
not.
that's what I was.
That's
what
true.
I was leading to.
So,
That's
yeah.
what I mean. It's like imagine
I
because
agree.
and the worst thing about those ones is that so imagine we're saying yes to the torture man, end man's life, and then 10 years later she's like, it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
You feel
ridiculous.
me? That didn't really happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
We-
think that's a bit.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Is it a yes as well?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
I think it's yes across the board.
Okay. How do you know it's a yes for me?
Because you.
Yeah, you
would
know
go
what I'm
back
like. You know
to-
what I'm like. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You
You
know
got
what
we
I'm
know
like.
like time to kill them
Yeah.
already. So
All right, so this is where you guys. You remember when we started 2024 and I said we're going all the way in this shit.
Yeah. If we're getting cancelled, we're getting cancelled together.
Oh, we're all getting cancelled. I want to
Yeah,
know.
me too.
I want to know. Whoever goes first, I don't mind. What's your like top way of torturing someone that you would choose?
I'm so
Oh.
man.
Take your
I don't
time,
really
guys.
think about that, to be fair.
Oh, you're
That's
about
not
to.
something I'd dwell
Hey,
on.
you're about to, buddy.
Yeah, but
I want
why
everyone's
would you
answer.
actually
And you're
want
gonna
to
answer,
torture
yeah?
them? I know,
I'll
yeah.
answer, but I'm, you know, I'm horrible, man. So
Oh,
you
Yeah,
can
no,
think it's
imagine.
a
same, man.
I'm kind of
What's your
horrible.
go-to way
I'm
of
horrible.
torturing someone?
Take your time. Whoever wants to go first. Someone go first.
Where would I go?
What would you like? What's your like?
How would I go through my stage?
Do you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put the scenario. Yeah. There's a guy. I shouldn't say that because.
No, let's not do the story.
I don't
Anyway,
know, it's not-
do you know what? First thing,
We're talking about the children raping.
cool,
Let's just say children raping.
the first thing I'm doing is
How you gonna torture me?
I'm pulling off all the nails, plucking those, just yank, you know them ones, bam, and then I'm moving to the teeth.
Oh.
Round. Hey,
Each
listen,
one? What are you using now?
Bang.
Screwdriver
I
or
watched
pliers?
Game
Game of Thrones.
I'm using a mixture of
that's
stuff,
that
you know.
torture
I'm using a
is
mixture of
not
stuff,
even-
Yeah.
guys.
Mixture.
And
You know what
then,
they do to
and
that,
then, and then,
That geezer, they like string him up on like a weird
start
cross.
burning stuff.
Mad, isn't it?
Smells
Start pulling off his nails. It's junk.
So
what are you doing? Nails.
he said
burning.
nails,
Nails,
teeth,
teeth,
and burns.
burning flesh. I'm
To be honest,
I'm going everywhere.
That's kind of where my
Going everywhere.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't just jump on someone else.
I'm doing everything that keeps people alive. I'll research it first.
Yeah, that's good. That's
What can I
that's
do?
way
What's the
to
longest
kill
way to
someone.
die?
What can I do that is not gonna kill this person? I got the adrenaline shot ready. So when they pass out, zoom, wake up, man.
Yeah, I mean, I hear
we
that.
can't jump
Have
on
some
someone
water. Have
else's.
some water. Be
Go on,
okay.
Simi.
If we can't jump on someone else's, acid
Oh, that's a good one. I'll burn it.
And what are you gonna do with acid?
Burn the dick off.
from the toes, starting from the
Ooh,
toes,
right.
Ooh.
and then working.
Like a vat of acid kind of. You're gonna
Just
drop
dip
them in
them
it
in.
slowly.
Yeah,
Like,
inch by inch.
They gonna die.
That's too fast.
they ain't gonna
Okay.
die till it gets
But
to
they're
the
gonna
vital
feel it.
organs.
They're gonna feel it. I think
They're
they
gonna
might go
feel
into
it.
shock. I ain't
Where?
gonna lie. What do you mean where? They're
And
gonna
then
feel it on
we'll
their
take 'em
toes.
out. Okay, then we'll take them out. Every inch, we'll take them out.
Put some.
Then we'll put them back in,
That's it. I hear it.
and we'll just keep dipping you.
Nice.
Yo-yo.
Nice.
We-
Ethan.
Guys,
I'm
yours
when
not
you
next.
say
good,
nice,
to be
it's
fair.
mad.
That's a nice.
What you
I
saying?
reckon burn someone at a stake.
Yeah,
That's nasty, mate.
Yeah.
Anything with heat, mate, involved. It's
burns
gonna hurt
are
like anything.
It's
crazy.
torture, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's gonna
that
take
is
a long
bad.
time as well.
Burns are
'cause-
crazy.
Burns are
especially if you
horrible.
don't start at like vital, like just burning man's like the bottom of man's foot. Yeah,
Yeah.
like burn, like third
Yeah,
degree burn
actual
on your bottom of your
burn.
foot.
Mm.
But yeah.
We're learning a
Please
lot.
don't.
We're learning a lot about these people
Like, only
right now,
only to
guys.
them rapists.
What are you saying?
child rapists, don't want.
So, do you think? Next question.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
That's what he does. He never answers anything.
No, I do
He's
answer
gonna
questions,
answer
but I mean, you guys, I do like them all.
He just wants to hear.
I'm just a bit
about
like,
No,
ugh,
no,
they
no.
might bleed out. I'm more
No.
thinking like, get like a potato peeler and like rip skin off, that kind of thing,
That's not slow.
and then have them like completely skinless.
That'll probably make someone
That would
bleed out and die
He's
quicker.
still
than
fine.
thought.
I don't think so. You're not hitting any arteries. You're just
Nah,
you're just
but
ripping off the
he's-
As
skin.
soon as the skin comes off, that's when
Just the surface.
blood comes to the surface.
Just the surface. That's
Yeah.
fine. And then we'll wrap it. And then we'll wrap it, and then it'll be okay.
That's fine.
Fine.
Anyways, no more dark stuff. I've done
Okay.
enough of that.
Thank
You
God.
done good.
Alright, before we can move on, imagine chopping someone's ears off.
Ew. No, I don't. I've only got one
And,
good
or
one.
like snipping the top of man's nose.
I've only got one bad one.
Because you won't die from that. You won't
die,
actually
but
die.
imagine
Nah. Yeah, and then like,
Imagine-
and then
Bro.
like gouging out eyes.
Hey,
Every second.
nah,
nah, listen, there's
That would be
better you can do.
awful,
There's
mate.
No.
Imagine that.
There's
No.
actually
I
loads you
wonder.
can do.
I wonder
There
what
you-
is the worst torture
There's
anyone's
better-
had.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think then you got what do they call it? Surfboarding? No, you guys not surfboarding. Oh man, you're making me feel like I'm a psychopath. I'm not, by the way. What you do is this: you put someone in a
I'm not
chair
a psycho,
or
but
whichever one, chair or whatever it is. But what you need to do is have them on their back. You put a wet blanket over their face
and then
and then pour.
water.
So what happens is, although they're not actually drowning,
Oh,
their
okay.
brain
I
will
didn't know it was
tell
called-
them
I
they're
didn't know it was
drowning.
called sal- that, bro. That
That
and
kind of
water,
stuff is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
the
because you're not
emotional
dying,
damage.
but you
No.
think you're dying.
Emotional
Yeah.
Yo,
damage.
that is emotional.
I've
mental.
heard-
Yeah.
I've seen
Nah,
that.
that stuff is
Definitely.
mad.
That stuff's
films.
the stuff that you sickos would do, but obviously not us because we're all thinking about physical stuff. None of us thought about psychological pain. All right, next question. Oh man, I don't know if I even want to ask this one. Do you know what? I'll be nice. Here's a good one. When did it happen that parents stopped telling children to eat with their mouth open? Like legit, when did that become a thing where you stopped telling
Not
them?
when I was young, mate.
Because now legit, like, I'm gonna call it out. And do you know what?
If you, it's disgusting.
I want this to be a short. We're gonna make this a short. I want to know, all you parents, new day parents, new age parents, even parents who are old and now have new kids and stuff. When did you decide, oh, I'm not gonna tell my child to eat with their mouth open like they're a donkey. I'm just gonna let them do it. When did that become a thing? And why has that become a thing? Let's talk about it, guys, man.
When
Shit.
and why? Probably when like families stopped eating together, people just started eating takeaways and stuff like
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably
That
right.
is
Just
a
grabbing
I didn't even think
takeaways.
of that.
I
Snacking
didn't think
and
of that at
chatting.
all.
Right, so you're going to become our fourth member. Going forward.
That's great.
That's an amazing
that's
answer.
true, man.
I'm
I
stuck.
don't know.
I never even thought of that.
It may
The thing is,
probably
like,
that.
if you're eating a takeaway in your bedroom, you're not gonna think
You're
about
not even
manners.
thinking about
are
how
you?
you're eating.
No one eats together, so
don't-
how
Do
can
you
you
know what?
discipline being together?
Let's
Yeah.
think about that. Who sits down as a family today
Ah.
and eats dinner?
Yes.
No one.
Yes?
Some do, some still do. No, some
But
still
it's
do.
rare.
It is more rare, and it happens less frequently.
Mhm.
That's the truth. Even if you are doing it, I think everyone may or may not admit that it's a lot
No,
more
it's way
less
more. Yeah,
frequent than it
way-
used to
way
be.
more.
100%.
100%.
It used to be daily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if me and Nay in the house at the same time, always make sure we sit. Might not always sit at the table, but we'll sit on the sofa. and
Yeah,
eat
you're gonna
together.
eat
We-
together,
We
though.
always eat together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
There's
And I think
there's
that's-
something about that.
That's
something
something
about
I
eating
would
together.
100% instill into my children
Mhm.
Yeah.
to sit, and whether they, because that like I always with growing up, we always used to sit together and eat as a family,
Mhm.
and when we got to older, and I started eating in my rooms
Hey,
and
bro.
things like that.
Hey, well, I remember when you dropped the salt in Bones'
Oh, bro,
Bones' plate. You caught licks for that. Oh, I don't know why. My brain went back to because we were sitting down.
Not in it. I was not. But I thought
We were at the table. We're at the table. We were all eating food. We were eating fucking chicken nuggets and whatever, smiley face potatoes. And Wonder, obviously being Wonder, I think he like kept the salt like slightly open, them kind of ones.
And so when you tip it, it fell off.
So when he did it,
Half
his little
screwed the
brother,
lid on.
everything went over. And listen, his brother was like, oh, and he's like, and then listen, the licks he caught.
It wasn't high anymore.
And I was sat there and I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see anything, I don't hear anything, because I wasn't involved.
Oh my
Because the
days.
second I laugh, I'm involved, right? So I'm like, listen,
That's what it was.
I'm like,
Do you know what's funny?
We laughing at. Come here.
Yeah. Is it funny? Sean as an adult would not be able to stop
oh
that laugh.
man.
But Sean as a kid. held
Oh
that in.
man, I was a wind up too,
Right.
but I don't know why that brought me back to that, bro.
Bro, too many funny times. But yeah, we used to eat
Yeah.
eat all the time at
Yes.
the table with the family all the time. And then obviously as we go older, it wasn't such a thing. Everybody's busy, innit? Life, like mummy used to eat early. I used to eat
Yeah.
when I come back from football or gym and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something I think I appreciated.
Yeah.
Not so much when we did it. I'm like, let me leave the table, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was all
no,
good.
you ain't leaving the table. You're going to wash up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To answer your question,
Yes.
some of us still install it in our kids.
Big up.
You
Big up.
don't talk when your mouth is full.
That's right.
Big up.
You finish it,
All day
and we'll
long.
wait. The whole table will wait.
Okay.
Whatever question you got to ask, we'll wait. But finish your mouth.
You know when you see an adult doing it, they're like,
Mm.
I don't want to do it on the mic because I'm gonna upset all the viewers who hate that stuff like I do. But they're like,
Yeah.
and it's like, but here's the thing, right? I'm not asking. I mean, I've got on this before, haven't I? I said this was one of my pet hates.
To your-
I'm back on you. I'm back on you guys. I'm gonna own it and make this. I'm gonna make this another short as well. Like, does it taste better with your mouth open? Like,
Does it
The
taste
air.
better?
The air.
like
Yeah, you
what's
mix it with the
happening?
air, man, and it
Air,
tastes
you're
better.
marinating it in the air. Like,
Why do you need your mouth open?
No, you don't.
Just shut up, man. Anyways, let's keep it going.
Next question.
Shut your mouth.
Next question. Man said,
Run the
shut
next
up.
Oh.
Shut up.
All right, this is more of a serious question. This one I thought about. It was population. What was that?
Spirit. Don't worry about that.
Bro, what actually was that? No, legit, what actually was that?
It was I don't know.
Did something drop?
No, I don't know.
But there's nothing that dropped.
That was so weird.
No, legit, what actually was
It
it?
was spirit. Move on, man.
I don't know.
Definitely a spirit.
Just letting us know that he was there. He found
Listen,
he found
that
what
was
you were saying
someone- That
offensive.
was someone who ate
He-
their mouth
Hey,
open.
He agreed with that, man. He was like, yeah, people need to keep
Hey.
their
He
mouth
said,
closed.
what?
Say it again, big man.
Hey, do you know
I
what?
let you run the first one.
Do you know
Run
what's
it
funny?
again.
Do you know what's funny? Yeah, I was going to ask another question, but that reminded me of a question. That's actually reminded me of a question.
Run it again.
He said, hey, sound like you're talking about me.
Yeah. Look at the camera.
Hey.
Say it again.
This is actually a question. I'm glad this, in a way
God.
this has happened for a reason, because obviously you guys know, and then we're gonna get back to this as well. I started this podcast as like a spiritual thing,
Yeah,
and we're gonna look at videos and we're gonna discuss what we feel is real and what we feel is not. And I still follow that stuff, and I still watch a lot of it, and I still want to get back
And we
to
still
it.
talk about that in the group all the
Bro,
time.
yeah. But here's the thing, right? Whenever the pages that I follow that show that stuff, when I go into the comments, you will always find someone trying to rationalize it or trying to bring a scientific knowledge to it or stance to it even. Then my mind goes to like, one, why are you following that to then like have to correct people? Like, why is it like that you need to do that? Like, what is that part? So my question is to you guys, and this is a bit of a tricky question. Why do you think that people have to rationalize something that they can't explain? As an example, that just happened. We don't know what that sound was, and it was all on recording. And one of us didn't go, oh, it was the wind and it hit the plant and it touched the TV and it rebounded and hit the ground. Like, why does someone have to do it? Like, why does it need to be something that has to be rationalized? Like, let's get into that bit. Why do you think people would have to do that?
I always say people thrive on negativity and things that aren't in their control. So it's
Yeah.
easier to say that this happened and it was the wind and rare tear than believe that something's out there that they might not understand or have any beliefs in.
I like Sims.
It's out of your control, isn't it?
Mm.
No one can control what the hell that was.
We don't know. Well,
It's
let's
the
get off
unknown.
it.
And the unknown scares people.
Yeah, and there's the most room to hypothesize about it because you don't know about it, so you can everyone's got their own opinion about what it was.
But why
don't know.
does that
Uh-huh.
scare people?
So I always find the
What actually scares you about it?
I don't know. But I never understand. Like, all right, if you feel that way, that's cool. But why are you bringing it over here to like
To
have a go at me or like? Yeah,
and that's what I was saying. Like, why are you
I can
going
believe,
out of your
I can
way?
believe this over here. I'm not forcing the fact that like like I said, it's spirit.
Where
If
do
he
you
said
think-
if you don't oversay said nah, it's not. I'm like, oh, cool.
Okay, yeah.
I'll move on with my life.
I'm okay with
Whereas
that.
if
Yeah.
it was the other way around and you said it's spirit and I was like, nah, it was the plant. If you didn't like that, I'll be like, nah, it was the plant. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's what they're like.
Man said the plant.
but that's what they're like. They will force that it's not what you believe.
Do you know what I really was? I genuinely think my phone dropped.
Hey,
that, man.
but nonetheless,
But
yeah.
nonetheless, no one digs you out for it, you know?
Nah,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it sounded like a phone.
Yeah, nah,
It
of course
sounded.
it was.
Alright,
Yeah,
I-
we definitely knew it was something. We didn't just, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all heard it.
So well, that's what I also hate when people be like, I didn't hear anything. I got one
Yeah.
work
I
colleague
didn't
who I
hear it.
work with. He knows who he is, and he may watch this, he may not. Yeah, but we'll be like in our showroom, we'll be chilling, just me and him, no one else there, and I'll hear like one of the chairs move or something. I'll be like, what the hell is that? And he'd be like, what the hell is what? And I'm like, no, shut up.
Yeah.
You
heard
know
it.
what I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
Bro, you'd be like, the chair will swing past the room. Bro. I'd be like, yo. And he'd be like, I didn't see it. And I'm like, what is this?
But ignorance is bliss, isn't
yeah,
it?
nah, facts.
Ignorance is bliss.
You can't get hurt.
Humans are very, very
Complicated.
interesting creatures.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, I've got another question. And this one, I'm trying to think on top of my head. It was about population control.
Mm.
Yeah.
My head goes China.
Huh?
My head went
Bro,
China,
that's a mad one.
Japan.
I guess we're
China.
getting cancelled tonight.
North
No.
Korea,
Guess we're getting cancelled tonight. Liverpool
At least
lost.
it's not just me. Me neither getting cancelled.
Putin.
Do you think there's ever a reasonable motive to try and control population?
Only people's greed and the rich, the wealthy greed, basically. Because I think there is enough like food to go around everyone. There's more than enough land. If you calculate how much land it takes for every person to survive, there's more than enough. Like more than the population is. I think it's just the wealthy people that are trying that want to get the most out of
Money.
money. Yeah, want to make the most out of everyone else, out of all the ordinary people.
I got another question on that, but that's a good
Yeah.
answer.
Do we not think sometimes it's to help? I know it sounds silly, but to help population growth. Like
No, I
when
hate
there's
it.
so
places.
many
This is why I
males
asked,
being
this is why I asked the
born,
question. Yeah.
where's the reproduction coming from?
Right.
If there's a year, say,
Yes.
for example, of so many males being born
Right.
in that generation, how are we reproducing?
By the way, you shouldn't ever
What?
assume that they're males.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay,
What-
females. Then what? There's
Not
only
saying
two.
No,
it.
what if they're undecided?
Yeah.
Or what if
Gender
they're
What if they identify
gender
as something
neutral?
else?
You don't know till they grow up.
Hey, when somebody gets cancelled.
Don't do that. I knew
You're
it.
a bad
The
kid,
second
man.
you do it.
Oh!
No, don't do that.
Oh,
No.
this is what you get for chatting shit about Liverpool. I'm gonna come back for you, man. I'm gonna come back for you one way or
They
another. I'm
still
gonna
lost
come
though.
back for you.
They still lost. Regardless.
But no, but all jokes aside, I do hear you though. We're missing out. Listen, scientifically. Oh my god, I've got so many questions, man. But one, I'm gonna let you. Do you need to answer? You didn't need to answer, right?
What?
You didn't need to answer the population.
I-
you didn't need to answer.
But my question is, so even if you control, but you can't control that.
No, you can't.
So what does it matter?
But also, then a retaliating question to that is: I don't know where it was, young whatever his name is. I'm not gonna try. I think it was in China. Do you know what he said? Like, if you were a male
Kim
or a
Jong-un.
female,
The
they would-
dictator,
What,
the
Kim-
guy,
yeah.
Kim Jong Un.
No,
Kim
no.
Jong-un.
Who?
Okay. Him.
Who did I say?
Kim
That
Jong-un.
guy. Yeah.
Kim Jong-un.
What?
I know his face.
But say his
I'm
name.
not gonna say it.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Really?
I hear it.
When I said submarine, do you remember
What
that?
do you reckon he's gonna
I
cover
never-
you? If you say his name, he'll be like, what?
I don't want to be. I don't want to. Yeah. When he was like, obviously, if you have like, if you've got like, I think it was like, correct me if I'm wrong, what, 1 or 2 males per household or females
That's weird.
were getting cancer. But he was doing it to help the population, right?
Yeah, but isn't it always half and half, males and females? So would there
Nah.
ever be a
Nah.
No, I don't think
problem?
it is.
Nah, not like that.
I don't have the
Really?
statistics, but I don't think it is.
Well, so is there ever like a problem where there's too many males? No.
So
And then who
I
they
work
gonna
in schools.
populate with?
I work in schools, and there's like, obviously it's not a thing, but like every year group, there's always like a so like 1 year where there's more boys
Yeah.
than in the year group, and you get 1 year there's more girls, and like, do you know what I mean? So I think it's always one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only year to year. I'm sure like levels out over the years.
Um,
Like, is there like in the
Nah.
overall population of the planet, is there more boys?
you
Be
lot carry on.
interesting
I'ma
to see,
find out.
actually.
Do you know what? Find out, man. Find out. I've got another question because I was just thinking about it when we were talking about the scientific stuff. How much time you got going on?
Wait,
man?
wait,
I'm enjoying this.
Joe's asking
10
if we're coming. That's what I'm gonna say.
Say nothing, bro. We'll be
Yes.
all right. Should be all right.
So,
So here's a question.
minutes.
What I really like, and I wish there was someone here who's probably a little bit more skeptic. Maybe I'll wait for them when they eventually get the. I was gonna say balls. I'm not allowed to say that, am I?
I'll go ahead.
Guts.
courage.
I'll go ahead.
Courage.
Before we move on, over the last 22 years, there's constantly more men than women living on the planet. Of the 7.95 billion living on the Earth, and this is 2022, so it's, I don't know, 4 billion men and 3.9 billion women.
So how are we going to
Okay,
repopulate?
so
How are you gonna repopulate?
there is more men. That's weird.
And then we're going to get on girls for...
No, technically, that's the wrong way round. But it is the wrong way round because we do need more women than men. I'm thinking about wildlife. Do you know if the world
Well-
ever went to hell, and I went back to that basic shit, like you would need more women than men.
Yeah.
Do you know what we ain't got enough of? Lengers.
Who?
No, I'm just thinking about. Do you know what's his name? Ali G. Do you know what he says? Do you know that movie?
What, Borat?
Yeah. He's
What
like,
did he-
you know what
what's
we ain't got
Lengers?
enough of? Fit women. We ain't got enough of fit women.
Fuck's sake. Probably right. I
don't
mean,
know
there's
why
a
I
lot.
said
There's
that.
a lot
I
nowadays.
just thought that was funny.
Beauty
I
is in the eye of the beholder.
I just thought that.
That's joke.
Alright, that's
the second
dope.
I heard Lagos, I knew exactly where
I
this
missed
should
it.
go.
I missed it. Like Lagos.
Hey, well, so we ain't got enough of that.
Len.
Anyway,
Cut that
okay,
bit out,
we
cut
got-
that bit
All
out.
right,
we
all right.
got-
Next one.
Definitely
I'm doing this off on the head right now, guys. I had this thought just now. We're talking about the scientific stuff. Yeah, I've met people. Do you know what I'm gonna call it? I say people. It's mostly females. 90%, probably 95, who are very much, about people identifying as what they want and etc. etc. Right? Just hear me out. There's no disrespect to anyone. So they'll be like, they can identify as one, and it's not this, and people they can be whatever they want. And I'll say, but there's chromosomes, and but that's just like you're looking at the science and et cetera, okay. But then when I say to the same person, someone experienced something that was out of this world, and something may have moved or may have heard something, they then revert to the science and say, well, you technically couldn't have because it would have to be this and have to be that. There's not actually an answer for you guys. It's not even a question. But I just thought really,
That's going
I find it
deep.
really
That's going
interesting
Yeah.
how we can be on this. Do you know what? I'm going to fucking say it. When we decide that, science is the safety net and the one to go to as to back up your answer, then you back it. But then when it comes to things that's happening in the world right now, it's like, well, you're just looking at the science, and why are you looking at the science? So which one is it?
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, which one is it in this
yeah.
world? Because when people like me talked about, there's spirits and stuff, I believe in the world, and there's more to this world than just the physical being, I get told, but the science, right? But the same people will be like, but I accept someone else, even though it's not the science. Make up your mind. Which one is it? Because you can't do both.
No.
You actually can't do both because you're contradicting.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna throw that out there, man. Man, I'm getting. Hey, listen, when I get cancelled, we all get cancelled.
We're all getting cancelled. We're all in it together.
Nah, Kim Jong and you.
Who?
him.
Wait,
That's
who?
him.
Who?
Who? I don't know.
Kim.
I don't know.
Do you know what talking about? Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
it sounds bad. I know I should probably say this after speaking about someone's name that Simi can't mention.
Him.
Him.
is it ever?
Is it a he?
Is it ever acceptable or not acceptable? Is there ever a time where a country can attack or bomb another country based on their perceived threats? So I'm gonna give you an example. I'm not gonna use the two that we're talking about. Let's say I'm gonna use Iceland, because I'm talking about something hypothetical, and Sweden. And Iceland say, do you know what? We're gonna send some missiles for you. Yeah?
If what?
No,
For
no,
what?
there's
Just because.
they got some disagreement.
board.
They're gonna send some missiles.
Okay.
Is it then okay for Sweden to just drop bombs on them on that? Yeah, you feel me now, huh?
So if
I don't know
Iceland
what
just
you mean.
attacked them
No,
randomly,
no. They've
just
said,
said they're
hey,
gonna do
listen,
it.
we're gonna send something for you.
No
We're gonna send
action.
we're gonna drop some bombs on you. And then Sweden's been like, all right, cool, and then they drop bombs. Is that good? Or is that like
so they sent them a message saying, look,
Yeah.
we don't like your behavior. We're gonna
Yeah.
send this.
we're
for
gonna
you."
send this.
Yeah.
And they retaliated and did it first.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
I
saying?
think no,
Technically,
I think if they weren't gonna do it, I think if they weren't gonna do it, then they wouldn't warn them, would they? They'd just
Just do it.
That's my
mate. They wouldn't
question.
be like-
That was what I was gonna get into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is because you shouldn't like actions over words. I can say to them, come there and punch you in your face. I'm not going to come there and punch you in your face.
Is that person wrong for then punching you in the face first?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, you are.
Just say it
in
with
the
chest,
eyes
man,
of the law,
like-
you are.
Someone standing on business and someone wasn't.
So what you're saying is words.
do it.
You can get away with words.
Yep. Sticks and stones.
That's not true.
We got
That's
change
not
that.
true.
We got to change that culture. Of sticks
Exactly,
and
'cause
stones
that's
too,
not
bro.
Why?
true.
We have to. Nah, we have to change
Sticks
it.
and stones.
We
may
know
break
that's
our
not
bones,
true.
but words will never hurt.
No,
That's a
'cause
lie.
words do hurt.
Why?
Man. What?
That's a
What
lie.
do you mean why?
No.
Words, of course, words hurt.
Guys.
All right, okay.
No,
if someone is
no.
racist,
Wait,
if
wait.
someone
No.
is racist to you, that's
Yeah,
words.
Now,
Does that hurt your feelings?
Now,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I
Okay.
don't
If,
give a
children,
shit.
to your
if
children.
someone's racist to your kids, you're writing down. Shut up! Don't come on, silly man.
Does it hurt me? It hurts me because of the kids.
Okay, so that's hurt.
But
That's words do
the
hurt.
words
then.
you're saying aren't hurt. Like it's because my in my head I'm thinking, oh, my kids are now thinking I'm different to everyone else, and my skin's different, and my tone is different.
And it's a negative.
and that is perceived as a negative.
In that context, what we're talking about, yeah.
So the words do hurt.
See me? Think about it. They do.
We got to change this culture.
We
Sticks
do.
and stones.
We
change
Break
that
my butt.
culture.
But you know why?
You're right.
Because
I think
emotional,
we
because
need to become
emotional
a little
abuse,
bit stronger to it.
emotional abuse is such a real thing.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's as real as physical abuse.
100%.
Guys,
If not
I'll be
worse.
honest
If
with you.
not
I
worse.
prefer,
no.
I prefer psychological abuse.
But
Like,
if someone
listen,
in
comes to
terms
me
of
and
if
was
I want to
like,
hurt
"Nah,
someone,
man,
Yeah.
you're a
No.
P word."
No. But that's
I'm not
you're,
gonna-
you're,
it's
not
you're,
gonna
you're,
affect me.
you're
Not
touching
that.
the surface.
Not
You're touching
that.
Okay. Imagine, yeah. I said, imagine, not even a relationship. Imagine a friendship, yeah. And one friend is always belittling and putting this person down with their words. Oh, yeah, you don't look good in that outfit today. Those words, you might not think, oh yeah, words don't hurt me. I'm trying to be
damages more than
over the
bruises.
time. That stuff takes a toll on your mental well-being, regardless whether you think you're really strong or not. It
That's
does.
right.
I'm sorry. We have
And
to
Simi,
change this. We
and
have to
Simi,
change
and
this
Simi,
culture.
You know me enough, yeah? If I don't like someone, I much rather break them mentally than physically.
We
Because
have
the
to
bruise is
break
going to
this
heal.
culture. No, 100%.
The
We
mental
have to break
part,
this
listen,
culture of
if
sticks and
I'm gonna
stones may
break
my
you,
boat, but words, no.
breaking you mentally is going to be,
It's just
I
as
promise you, if
bad.
me and you are enemies, the thing that I want from you is I want to break you mentally and spiritually. I want to break everything inside.
But you, in my mind, you have to be stronger than me, in my mind,
Right?
to be able to get to my mind.
Technically, no. Technically, I don't need to be
Why?
stronger.
We just
Technically, I don't need to be
prove-
stronger.
okay,
But
wait,
if
wait,
someone's
wait,
coming
wait.
to me and being like, Sim, I don't like you in that outfit, but I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking, I'm looking banging in
Okay,
this
cool,
outfit.
cool.
You're not
Yeah,
gonna.
Where you going? Where you going?
I'm
I'm
saying-
saying,
I'll say-
about their
so-
opinion.
No, that's what I mean.
I
Like,
hear
I
you.
don't
I hear you,
care.
Sim. Okay. All right. Yeah, but
But they're not coming
your
for you.
kids.
I'm not coming for you. or your parents even.
Your kids.
Shit. I'm not coming
you're
for
a
you.
mum.
I know what you care
Exactly.
about.
Simi,
You don't
Simi,
care.
you're a
Listen,
mum.
Okay, so
I
you're
don't have
coming
to touch
me
your
and you're
kids,
saying
but
the
your
way
kids.
the way you raise your kids is shit.
No.
Anything.
Stuff like
so-
that.
But
Or
not
just
I'm
you're
saying
com-
that
you're
general. But
attacking-
I'm just saying. So okay, like you said, you would feel you would take the emotional
Oh, Simi, I
stress
know
of
you.
your
Don't play
children
games.
being racially abused, wouldn't you?
Simi, if someone came to your parents and said, "Oh, your children, your daughter is blah blah blah," you're in it now.
Say it again.
If someone came to your parents, let's flip
As
it.
in my mum
it's
and
you,
dad,
yep,
and said-
and they said about you, and they're like, "Listen, she's trash," and blah 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 blah, and Listen, that
Which has been
disrespect.
done.
No,
Okay,
no, no.
cool.
That disrespect, though, you will not like that disrespect because it's your parents. Also, you will not like it. You will not
I
like
just think,
that.
I think for Sim, the best
the
example
children.
it is.
Yeah, the
If
children.
they did something to your kids,
Yeah.
you wouldn't tap man on the back and say, you're tough, right? You would take the emotional stress of the worries that they're now displaying.
Of course you would.
So you
'Cause
can't tell me
you're,
that
you're a
words
great
don't
man.
hurt, because words have hurt them now. So you're saying, you're just gonna say, you lot will be all right.
Listen, sticks and stones myth is a lie, guys.
I
Whoever
don't
thinks
know.
that is, it's a lie.
I
Because
don't-
listen,
But
So you're
when
telling-
someone's
so
come
you're-
to my
so
church,
you're
when
te-
someone has come to JCN and been like, "You're different,"
not
I've had-
different. No. No, you're a piece of shit because you're this color and you're mixed of different
we're gonna have
colors.
to fight.
Oh,
No.
yes.
That's a deep level.
I knew I'd get. I knew it should come
You're
out.
telling me you're
I knew she'd come out. No, you're
Are
different.
you honestly telling me you're never offended by anybody's words or anything to you?
I used to be. Oh no, I did.
But
I
now you
did.
don't
I
care.
used to be. But now,
So you're
I
at
don't
work.
get-
So you're at work, and your boss is like, you're shit. This is shit, Sim. You tried your best here. Sim, what the fuck is this? This is shit.
yeah.
And tell me that's not gonna be like, you know you tried, you hardest.
Like I said,
Exactly.
Timmy.
I'm telling you, we have to
Listen.
change the
You
actually
culture.
passed the
We
point
have to
of
change the
caring.
culture of that
Yeah.
words do not hurt. Like
Most-
thing.
I-
Don't get me
I-
wrong.
yeah,
I'm not saying like
Physical
It's-
stuff
yeah,
happens. Yeah, of course, it's
but
real.
what
It's
I
real.
understand
what
what you're
can you
saying.
get
People,
over
people
quicker?
need to be more resilient.
Yeah.
I understand
Was
that.
it easier to get over? Mental.
I think physical.
I
Yeah,
think physical
physical.
too. That's
I
why I
think
go
you're
for the
not dead, it's
mental.
always
Yeah.
Mental.
That's why I go for the
abuse
mental.
And, like, emotional abuse. Like
But
that,
is
you know
it
what
can
it
live
is?
with you
possible to
forever.
be like mentally like unaffected by anything?
To some
And do you know
degree,
what?
like
I'll be
strong,
honest.
but you're being a bit of denial also. You have to
Yeah.
be in a bit of denial.
100%.
I'm a mental. Listen, you don't even really say much is going to affect me,
Mm.
but I will not sit here and be like I'm made of stone and this
nah,
facts.
because
Nothing 100%.
I'm
Well,
gonna have
I
to
think-
take it in and I'm gonna have to then dispose of it in
Process it.
somewhere.
Yeah,
So
process
that
it.
means
And-
I'm taking it in.
And this is what I'll be honest. Like I was having a conversation with my cousin recently, and I was said to her, "No one could ever come to me." And when you brought in the kids, that was a little left sneaky.
It wasn't
But
left,
No
though,
one
'cause that's
could come
live.
to me
And chat shit.
question me as a character because I've had to look at myself so many times as my character, question myself, rebuild myself so many times as my character. No one could come to
you're-
me.
you're-
Sorry to me.
You're
You know,
proving the point.
but you know.
You're
Not,
proving the point.
not everyone has ever even
no.
done that.
But
Firstly,
also, but she's also
proving
proven the point
I know she's
that
proving the point.
the emotional words that you've suffered before back in the day is
has
now affecting
built that,
is built
and also you've proven the point that the
But
environment.
now I don't
yeah,
care. for
now
it.
because you've been through all the emotional abuse. How old are you now, Sim? Are
No,
you telling me?
tell us.
But what I'm saying is that's
Yeah.
not overnight. You've clearly dealt
Yeah,
with that
it's
for
been
a
years.
good 20
Yeah.
odd years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
built that up.
Maybe
You
that's
built that
now
up.
me.
But-
Today,
but-
Simi is
but-
saying you
That
can't-
environment built you up.
But imagine 10 years ago, yeah, that person did that abuse, or 10 years ago, that person punched you in the nose. Which
Yeah.
one did heal first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
We
Facts.
have
it'd be
to,
the
I
same
promise
as,
you,
like,
we have to change this
Yeah.
culture of sticks
Becoming
and
mentally-
stones don't hurt.
Go on.
Becoming
Go on.
mentally callous is the same as like if you were to start training martial arts or something. So you're like invincible. Do you know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
you never
Well,
will be.
in the real world, it'd be like
It's impossible to be
It's
invincible
impossible
because
to
we're
not
not.
feel
100%.
emotions to what
Yeah.
other people say.
I mean, there's still even if you're the best like Muay Thai boxer or whatever, you're still going to get hurt.
Facts. Nah, facts.
by
You
another
always
physical
get
person.
hurt.
So it's the same mentally.
Look at Simi. She's like,
Yeah.
damn, I learned something new today.
You could be.
I'm
you could,
thinking.
Nah, you could be as emotionally resilient as you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
But if someone
Sim,
someone
own it.
says horrible stuff to you, you still have to deal with that emotional with the words they say. You just no.
Simi, shit, be good.
No,
if
but
someone says some shit to you and we're outside,
No.
I'm gonna be in the I'm
Yeah,
gonna be in the
yeah.
motorbike.
I know.
That's surface level. Someone's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, bro, who are you talking to?
But my
No, I
point,
know.
my
But
point
for-
is, you know how to deal with it now.
Correct.
the
That's
thing.
correct.
And
That's
that's,
correct.
but it's
And
still
that's what I
it's still
mean.
emotional. But
When it comes to my kids, that's when I'm like,
Yes.
that's when it
Showtime.
touches. 'Cause
Showtime.
as you say, it's been years of me having to build
trading,
who I am
trading.
today.
And they
No one
and
can
you
come
know
to
they
me
haven't.
and test me as a character today.
Yes.
But-
because I know who I am.
Yeah.
facts. But
It's
also,
when it's out
if
your
they,
control,
but
when it's
even
with your
to
kids, it's out your
facts.
control.
That-
Correct.
That's
Facts.
when
But if they did that today, it would still hurt your feelings. You just know how not to display that and how to not affect you on an emotional
how to
level.
block it out.
Exactly.
Well, you could be
Which
like me
is
and just
still-
twist it on them. You
Which
can
is
twist it on
still
them.
the
Yeah.
words still hurt you because you know that it's not right. So someone come out and say, you're this for dating a blah blah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
still know it's not right, and
Yeah.
you know that actually that I don't deserve that.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're still dealing with that with the emotional abuse.
You just know how to deal
You
with
just know
it.
how to deal with it.
You know where to put it. You know exactly where to
you
put
know
it.
where to put it.
And that's what I know. People need to learn this in life. You need to put things in certain places. You have
Whereas
to put things in
if
certain
you
places.
come outside and someone punch you in the nose, bro, that'd be healed in a week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna scrap.
We're gonna scrap, but it might be healed in a week.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need to change this
Yeah.
culture of
Sticks and
So what,
may
do
stones.
hurt my
so what
bones.
do we teach the younger generation now then?
I think we need to put a bit more emphasis on
The things
your
you say.
words are
Yeah,
powerful.
facts, nah, facts.
But our words are powerful because I'm gonna get them on spiritual level. Like way back when words were spelled, there's so much depth into words. When people are talking about we were spiritual people, when people are like, oh, when you're saying something's not in the house, it shouldn't be somewhere, and you're like, you should leave here, you're not fighting anything. You can't fight some stuff, right? So if our words have power in this part, and if our words have power when you're a parent, you're talking to your child, and your words have power in all these other things, why don't it have power when you're...
So if we're
Remember that
saying words
episode?
of power,
Remember that episode we did with the flower, with the plant.
the energy.
We did an episode where they done an experiment, and this is facts, where they had two exact plants, they had microphones in them, and they
didn't release
it was
that.
just we didn't release it. We
didn't
need to
do
release
that.
it. We
We're
need to
gonna
release
release
it.
it.
There was
Or at least
people.
revisit
Release it.
Look at you two. Anyway, so
What,
they were
my
literally
friends-
saying negativity to one and positivity, just like you're great, I love you, you look amazing.
Yeah.
The other one was like, you should die, you're a piece of
Yeah.
shit. Why are
Yeah.
you here? Why did you even
Nah.
grow? Probably not as bad as what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but hear what I'm
Right,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
And guess what happened?
So how
The one that had the positivity grew, and the one that had the negativity did not.
Yeah.
So if that's not factual science as well for you science people, but it's the truth because
No,
they
it's
will always
true.
they
I
always come
agree.
back on it. If I
I
said
agree.
that, if I said that without a test
Yeah.
or some kind of backing,
People
people
would
would
say
say, "Oh, it's a
something.
lie,"
Yeah.
because people don't want to believe in stuff being more possible than what you know about life. Because we are taught. I'm doing a full circle right now. Sticks and stones, words don't break nothing.
Yeah.
But when I'm telling you something like that, the first instinct, because the world has taught you that it doesn't do anything, you're gonna reject it. But it's actually been proven.
So what do we teach our kids? If words are more powerful, and your words are powerful,
Yeah.
if someone is at school saying you're this tone, you're from this culture, you're a piece of shit, you should be, excuse my language,
God.
you're lower than us.
Yep.
That kid is coming home and being
Yep.
like, well, if they're saying it, that must be true, right? Because their words
Some
are
kids
power.
are different. Some kids might be like, bro, let's fight.
Yeah. So,
But
so
no kids are gonna.
but so personally,
Unless you teach them from home to be like, if someone
Nah,
questions...
some kids, I'm sorry, they're all very different. Some kids got that in like, oh, like this is the thing. Well, I'm ready to go.
they got that dog in them.
They do.
You have to
they
teach
do.
that at home.
do.
I don't. No. I just think they have it genetically. No. I do. I
No.
don't think everyone's. Listen, we're built peacefully. When they get to that kind of age, I think you've already built a certain character. Listen, I'll give you an example. Yeah, I'm giving an example. Quick one. Sorry, Wanda. I'll give you an example. Yeah. Young Sean and young Jason, my older brother. If you were to say the exact same thing to each one of us at the exact same age and that kind of crap,
You would have got
I am
different
coming for you because what I had in me was I just want to make you feel any kind of pain. And I know that about me. But Jason was not like that. But I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What I'm saying is I know this. There is no there's no like, oh, but you taught it and some just have this in and that's what makes us who we are, right?
Yeah, I have an episode on that, by the way, an idea for that.
Damn,
For
that's gonna be
another
good.
time.
We're gonna revisit that.
So that's.
I'm gonna have to write this
that's a
some
really good-
revisit.
that's a-
See
yeah,
what's
yeah, that's a-
going
that's a-
on.
that's a
Oh, I
good
can't
one
look
to
at my
talk
phone.
about.
It's all
Have you
Liverpool
ever,
talk.
That's a good one to talk about.
like experienced anything like that of someone saying like, for example, like we're from a
Diverse.
Yeah.
like community where people have said to us like, go back to your own home and
Go back
this
to your own
isn't
country.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, have you
Well, since-
ever
Well, since
experienced?
I've left, like the commune,
Just
where
in
I grew up,
general.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
have had people saying like you're not welcome here, like so like just trying to be nasty sort of thing.
But
yeah.
what, like, where were you?
No, it's only when like they're pissed off, like
Is that-
say we've had an argument anyway, they'll throw
Is
that
They'll
in
throw
there,
that
yeah,
in.
it'll be like,
But that's not based on like your skin tone or like,
No.
anything like that.
That's
That's
just
literally
from-
people you know and know where you've come from, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So that's
Well,
more
are you
personal.
talking about like,
That is
racial,
personal.
like
Yeah.
racial stuff? Like,
I'm just like so.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
a random person can say to us like, "You go back to where because we're from,
Yeah,
different
yeah.
skin
You
tones."
look at us and we're not
Yeah,
from
You're not from here. I am from here because I was born here.
But-
so
But
Yeah.
technically,
do you
you're
know what I
not.
mean? Huh?
Technically, you're not
Well,
in ways.
I am.
I know.
you are
My
now.
grandma,
I'm saying.
my grandma
You're
is
born
white.
from somewhere, yeah.
I'm literally like part of my family is from here.
But I'm also, but the other side
But
also
obviously
not.
it's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I embrace both sides and stuff.
Of course.
do you struggle balancing that.
Do I, no.
Okay.
Oh, he's been
I
black
don't-
this
I
whole
don't
life,
see
man.
why
I don't
that's
listen to
a-
ask
I
you
don't
guys
see
your
why that's a
question.
thing
I've been
now.
black my whole
Like,
life,
everyone
yeah.
goes everywhere. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I never even like the whole racist thing. I didn't even know it existed till I left.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
I was
Isn't
like,
that
yeah,
crazy?
So wait,
I was like, I
And
don't
that
know.
was what,
that's,
18?
Yeah.
that's a great.
That was
so
18.
18 years
wait,
old.
So
Yeah.
do you have any other races in your community?
No.
Just
Oh,
white?
oh,
Oh.
yeah. They got a black. Like,
They
there
got
was
black
some black people
people.
that were there that lived there.
And they're
Yeah.
accepted without
Yeah,
even
yeah.
a shade of
But
skin.
I,
not
just,
even
I didn't
being
even
a
know
thing.
that was a thing. Literally, I
crazy,
never.
man.
I was
I
like,
tell you
what?
that.
And
Yeah.
this backs up our thing that racism is a taught and learned
Yeah,
habit,
it is,
isn't
it
You
is.
didn't
100%.
even know.
If you grow up around like you're not.
Well,
gonna think
why is
anything,
any?
right? Yeah.
But and also like as we go back to the kids and stuff, like kids aren't born
Born
like,
racist,
no,
no.
no kid's gonna be like, oh, I don't want to play with you unless they've been taught this.
yeah,
That is crazy. I didn't even. Oh,
it's
that's
definitely a taught thing. I'd say.
oh
100%.
hugely. Racism is super taught
Yeah.
for many different reasons.
or learn. Again, it's for a deeper
Yeah,
conversation
learn
that
and
we need to
taught.
have.
We went left.
Yeah,
We've
Yeah,
got
we did.
one more question.
we got one
You
more.
got one more short question?
Got 5 minutes. Yeah, that's with one.
All right. If there was one moment in history that you could go back to or whatever, you can't change it, but you could witness it and everything else that happens after, what would it be? One moment in history. You can go back to and witness, just a fly on the wall kind of thing, not be affected by it. You can't change it though. What would it be?
I think mine would be like the Titanic sinking.
Really?
Like, yeah, I actually watched the movie last night, like for the first time I've ever.
Oh, that's
watched it.
crazy.
It was mad, man.
That's so
But like, I think it'd be mad, like interesting to see like the dog eat dog. Like, it was literally.
Yeah,
a
of
dog
course
dog
it was
world
dog
eat
there,
dog,
there,
man,
right?
of course.
Like, just
'Cause that's
see
humans.
everyone's
So the-
personalities would
all
come
this
out.
women in the lifeboat first.
Yeah.
Listen.
Women and children.
Yeah, mate.
Listen,
Yeah.
Listen,
It
humans.
was a mad time.
I
to live.
identify it.
Listen, identify yourself.
That's what
You better have the strength.
That's definitely what it'd be now. People be like,
That's
what?
what I identify.
Hey, listen,
Hey,
I
nah,
promise
that's a
you.
great one,
Hey, listen,
yeah.
and that's what we're talking about right
great
now.
one.
If the world got to that moment and people are gonna try to do this identify thing, listen, listen.
Show bits.
All those other people are like backing it
Who
up.
cares about science? You don't think I care about science for this
Hey,
long?
care about saying, listen,
Who cares?
I'm identifying as a woman. I'm identifying as a child. Crazy. I want a life jacket and I don't want to be pampered.
That's a very good one. That's a very good
Okay.
one.
Identify.
Hey, I'm identifying as a child. If the world goes down, I'm identifying as a child.
It'd be easy nowadays. I'll just be like, yeah.
That was a good one.
Sims, that is a good one.
I know this is a little bit of a cheap, like a quick exit, but I don't think I want to go back and experience any of it. Anything.
Not
No.
one thing.
Not one.
Nothing.
You have
sticks out to me.
Egyptians, you have loads of stuff you can look at and just find out. Not one thing. You have no interest in nothing that was in the past. I think that's a lie. I think that's a lie from you. I do.
You carry on thinking.
I do, yeah.
That's a
Carry on
compliment.
thinking.
We need sign.
Yeah,
I'm a go.
come on.
Don't tell
I'll
me
maybe
it's a
give
lot.
2. I would not love, but no, one of them I would love. I would love to go and be there for Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech.
Mm.
I think that would just be like goosebumpsy kind of thing.
Mm.
And the other one is this might sound crazy, but Jesus's crucifixion, if that was a thing. I would
Ah.
love just to
That's-
see
that's-
how all that, like how it was, and
And yeah, what really happened over there, man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
what
would be
really
mine.
happened? What was really going on?
That would be mine.
I
What
hear
you say,
that.
Sean?
I would love to go back to, if I had a chance in the past and I couldn't change it, but I could see it. I'd love to go back to the moment the Columbuses and all these people come to these other countries. From what I understand, it wasn't greeted with aggression. And I would like to see, like, what made you then decide that I'm gonna do horrible acts to these people?
Yeah, we'll take it over.
Like, what happened here? What was the plan? Because
Pocahontas vibes, isn't it?
like, what was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
going on? And also to start to understand on the, just to see it. From what I know, they've come and people have been like, hey, what's up? It's been calm, and they've been like, yeah, great. They've come back and then been like, hey, we're gonna take you guys and we're gonna do some madness to
Slavery,
you.
We're gonna do mad stuff, yeah.
Like,
It's
what
crazy.
happened?
It's insane.
Like, genuinely, what happened here?
But actually, it also opens up a wider conversation of the fact that all that stuff impacts us today.
That's why I would like to see it. Don't ask me not to change it though, because Motherfucker's gonna die if I'm around. And I'm allowed to be around.
We know.
Yeah, you guys know. I'm gonna keep owning that. Let me get a time machine, and you guys gonna find out. Listen, let Sean get a time machine, and you lot will find out.
I'll find out.
Everyone gonna find out.
We won't, because the
We gonna
timeline's
learn
different.
the day.
Your time on now. You
None of us
might
gonna be here. None of us gonna be here.
Sure, no one. Sure, who?
Nah.
None of us will be here.
I'm nice. I'm a big lover, but I've got a bit of vengeance in me. I learned the difference between vengeance and revenge recently because someone said I was very revengeful, and I was like, am I?
Yeah.
I think I'm more vengeance.
Tell us, what's the
We've got 2
difference?
minutes. I got 1 minute.
Revenge.
Oh, go on.
Revenge is when it's like you and someone's done something to you, and you're like, cool.
Personal.
Now I'm gonna finish your family. I'm gonna do all that stuff.
Right,
I'm just throwing that in, by the way. But vengeance is when, like, let's say something happened to you, Sims, and you're my G.
Right out for it.
And son's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and I'm like, bro, I'm already at the house. Where you at?
Ballied up. That's what I'm saying.
Valley
There's
number.
one person,
Face out.
and she's gonna
Face
watch
out.
this,
Face
and
out.
I say to her,
Face out because I want them to
Ballied
know.
up.
Face out because I want them to know it's me. And I want them to know the reason
Man
why.
said face out.
let me know I'm ballied up, I'm ready.
So anyways.
On that, last question.
Continue. Sorry.
So,
We're not going to criminal ourselves.
do you think everybody has the capacity to be evil?
Yes.
Yes?
Mhm.
Every single person.
Every single person.
Yes.
100%.
Every
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Some people
You
don't
do
want to admit it.
something enough, that person's
Everybody
coming
has
for you.
the
Everything.
capacity to be evil.
Yeah, 100%.
Every single person. Yeah. Yeah.
And exact revenge or vengeance.
100%.
Yeah.
I believe so.
You hit
It's
close
not
to
one
home.
single person on this planet
Nope.
will be able to overlook everything and never seek revenge or vengeance.
Oh.
You hear some sort of stories. You do hear
'Cause that's what
like,
evil is,
like when you
at the end
hear
of the
like,
day.
oh,
Huh?
What?
That's what is?
That's what evil is, isn't
No,
it?
that's what Jesus is.
Evil?
Evil.
Wait
if you
a
seek
minute.
revenge or vengeance, isn't it?
Is that evil?
No, evil.
What do you mean? Of course that's evil.
Why?
Is that a good thing?
But it's righteous.
can we
Nah,
just zoom in
evil.
on Sean's face right now? Can we zoom in on Sean's face?
What? It's righteous to seek revenge.
Yes, it's righteous.
Righteous to seek revenge.
Yeah,
Is there?
Revenge or justice?
they're the both same thing.
Not the
really.
same thing.
Not really.
No?
They're not the same thing.
No.
What's going on here?
They're not the same
Revenge and justice. Like,
They're
yeah,
the same
They're not
thing.
the-
Revenge
surely they're
is
not-
something
they
that
are
you're
different.
going to
thing. It's
do.
personal to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I can
just
seek justice for you. I might not
Justice
seek
is more
revenge
like
or
a
vengeance. I can
judicial-
seek justice for you.
yeah, but that means the justice is them being punished in some form, which is
Which is justice,
which is gonna feed you revenge or vengeance, whichever you want to put it as.
Shut up.
We're going to wrap that. We need to wrap.
Yeah, let's wrap.
We're going to wrap.
Let's wrap.
That's been
Hey, listen.
insightful.
It's
been
been
deep,
great.
This has
You
been
enjoyed it?
yeah.
this has been one of the most
Right.
That's
open flowing
Yeah,
conversations
pretty
we've
great.
had.
2024.
2024,
energy.
we're coming at it. We might
Yeah.
get cancelled after this, guys. So if we do, it's been great. I'm gonna say
It
honestly,
is what it is.
And when we get cancelled, we'll still be posting. We'll still be here doing this
Season
combo.
check the pod.
Yeah.
nah, legit. Like,
It's been good.
if we get cancelled, guys, I'm gonna say I love you guys. It's been great. we might get cancelled.
Nah.
Simi can't even say
Kim's name. You could just say Kim. You could just
Who
say
is
Kim.
he? Kim.
That guy.
That guy.
oh my days.
Kim Jong Jong Jong.
And you know, I probably said some stuff that probably upset a couple people.
Kim Jong Young.
Oh my days. Hey Simi, before we go, please just give it one attempt and then
Say
we can edit out. Kim Jong Un.
One more time.
Nah, you're not getting that
Kim
again.
Kim
Jong
Young
Un.
Jun.
Kim
Wait a
Jong
minute.
Un.
It's like 3 syllables. Come on, you got that?
Kim
Yes, yes.
Jong Young.
Nearly.
It's close enough.
Basically.
I don't want him coming for me. I don't want to be.
I'll say
related.
submarine.
Yeah.
Huh?
Say submarine.
He's listening to you now.
Submarine.
Why is that a struggle? Why is that a struggle? Submarine.
I get nervous.
Say it. Say sub. I'm gonna wrap it. I'm
Mate,
gonna
he's got
wrap
a
it.
missile aimed at you right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip it.
Submarine
Guys, listen. Everyone who has watched the whole, as if you have,
Oh,
good on you,
if you're
because this
laughing
has
with us
been.
at the end, man.
Yeah, trust
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you, Ethan. Thank you, honestly.
Yeah, man.
No, it's been good, mate.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Appreciate
Yeah, it's
you,
been
appreciate
great.
you, man. And guys, as always, share, comment,
Like, subscribe.
everything. We
Follow the Instagram.
we need it. We
There,
need it.
right
We
there.
need it. Shit.
Somewhere here.
Don't let us bring justice to you.
Yeah.
Or revenge. Or,
Don't cancel us.
or vengeance.
It's just justice. That's what we're calling it.
All right, Batman.
I'm looking at the camera.
All right, Batman.
I'm justice. Yeah, and what's Batman, bro? He's vengeance, bro. Hey, listen.
Do you know I saw a meme the other day? You know the scene where Harvey Dent's in the hospital bed?
And the Joker's there, and he's like, "Oh, that's him." But he didn't realize. Hey, listen. Hey,
Sorry.
guys. Anyway, listen.
Oh, that kills me.
That is a crazy
Oh,
scene,
it
bro.
kills me. How do you know it was him?
Sure, wrap it.
Guys, thank you for coming. Really appreciate you. Seems Legit the Pod. Please follow us on Instagram. Follow us on the YouTube as well. Comment, subscribe, and share. And keep tuned in, because, like I said, this year we're going full force. This year we really are. And thanks again to Ethan. Thanks again to Simi. Thanks again to Wanda.
And you, Sean.
And you, man.
thanks again to myself, Mr. Justice. All right. Peace and love, everybody.